Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jeff, and that's Pierre behind the counter. And Pierre and I have recently started doing a lot of cooking, and we're using a lot of spices. And normally we buy our spices at the grocery store in these little jars, and these can be actually quite a bit more expensive than the bagged spices we can also buy at mostly the same grocery stores. The problem becomes an issue of storage. These here, you can build a standardized spice rack for to contain them, and it works quite well. But like I said, these are more expensive. So we've come to buying these bag spices, and then the issue becomes, how do you store these? And we usually end up with quite a mess in the cupboard with all the different types of spices that we like to use in our cooking. So today, with some very simple supplies that we buy at just our local Staples business supply store and our Home Depot, we're going to build a spice rack to contain these types of spices on the back of our pantry door. This is our pantry here, and we're going to build a framed pegboard spice rack, and we'll be able to clip all the spices on the spice rack in a very flat, very organized system. So good afternoon and welcome back to the second part of our video. Pierre and I have been in the garage, and we invested about 1 hour of actual shop time plus an additional hour to allow glue to set. The spice rack that we've constructed this afternoon is now complete and is mounted on the other side of our pantry door. This is the finished product. It's quite easy to make. It simply consists of your standardized pegboard that you can purchase in any home hardware store. And we also built a picture frame around the pegboard out of the simple trim work that we found at Home Depot. We're here in Carleton Place, Ontario, and it's got a 1/4 inch seat on here in which the pegboard was mounted. All we did when we built the picture frame for the spice rack itself, we simply screwed and glued it together, mounted the pegboard into the frame, and then mounted it, glued it around the edges, and we mounted it on the door using standard drywall hangers and wood screws, one in each corner. To mount the spices to the rack, we simply bought a package of your standard picture hooks that you can buy in any home hardware store as well. Now, because of the way the hook was constructed, we had to use a pair of pliers and bend each hook backwards, creating a hook for it to hang on the pegboard, and then leaving a hook in the upward position on which a bulldog clip would rest, holding the bag of spices. As you can see, you can organize it in any which way you want. We have approximately 20 packages of different types of spices here. You can move them closer together, you can overlap them more, but in this system here, you can clearly see each spice, what it looks like, and it makes it very easy to find. And because of the thickness of the door jamb in here, the door actually opens and closes without touching any of the shelves or any other product inside the cupboard. Very simple job, as I say. About 1 hour of shop time and 1 hour to allow glue to set before we mounted it on the door. And the pièce de résistance is the nice, new, neat kitchen cabinet. If you got any questions, just ask me on Facebook. Have a nice day, and thank you very much.